already stripped off a few of these little plastic pieces, and I'm getting ready to take up the carpet. Soon, these plywood floors are going to go away, and this is going to look a lot different when there's new flooring in. So one of the first things I need to do is figure out where this guy's going to go. I definitely recommend wearing some rubber gloves because it could get messy. Last time I got this all over my hands, and it just was kind of uncomfortable. And unfortunately I'm down to my last pair of gloves because if you have children, you know how it is if you bring rubber gloves into the house. They completely cleaned out my whole supply. So thought I had a bunch more than I do, and turns out I don't. So if one recommendation is if you have children and you have these rubber gloves, hide them because they wind up as balloons and all kinds of assorted things. So you just use a regular screwdriver, take this little clamp off, and you want to get it up real high. And let's just do one for now and see how this goes. So let's get this guy here. You're going to want it tight because you don't want this stuff to come out. And the thing is, I may have...
What happened?
What happened? Nothing yet. But something may happen. When you do this, you... last time I did this, I may have inadvertently drained it all. But regardless, let's keep this nice and tight. Alright. So now...
What are you doing?
I am trying to move this furnace. Hey kids! Everybody's out here now.
Because we love you. Yes.
We love you, buddy.
What does that do?
That's called a channel lock. And it just kind of holds a tight grip on something. And
I like to pull. Daddy.
Yeah, buddy.
What's that thing? Can I pull it?
That's the air conditioner.
Whoa.
No, oh yeah, you can pull it, but for now we're gonna pull this out of here.
What can we pull?
Well, we're not gonna pull anything yet, buddy boy. Let's just
What's under there?
hold on, guys.
Daddy?
What, bud?
What are these?
All right, so this is kind of a hard thing. There's like a lip on this thing, and it's hard to just yank it out. Actually, you know, it's probably easier than I think. I'm just kind of gun shy because the last time I yanked this thing off and found myself covered in antifreeze. It's probably not as bad as I thought. You guys here to see the mess happen if I don't do this right?
Why do you gotta do 2 wrenches?
Well, one keeps it from leaking all over the place.
Wait, it's going to leak?
I hope not. First time I did this, ask Harper. So I took off this channel grip because I'm worried I'm like damaging this hose. I'm being very touchy with this thing because I don't want to ruin the hose. As you can tell, the pipe is loose in there, so I can't just pull on it as hard as I can either because I don't want to break anything. So you know, there's probably a better way to do this. I'm sure people out there have wonderful, smart ways of doing it other than this, but this is really the only way I know how. So I've just got to break this little seal loose here. I don't know if this hose has ever been taken off. I think this is the one I took off before. I don't know if it'd be easier to take it off at the furnace. It's very possible. That might be a lot easier actually, but you know what? Let's try that. So here's the actual furnace here, or the furnace entry. Let's see if this would be a smarter, easier way. And then I would just have to cut a hole in the flooring and thread this hose through it. So let's see. Maybe this is a smart, simple way to do it. Alright, so cross your fingers. I guess this is a win-win. This will either be an entertaining video or a clean removal. So this rubber hose has been on here a long time. Just trying to break this seal. there's like a little lip on the edge that keeps it from just coming off super easy. So it's not going to be easy no matter what, but at least this edge is turning a little better. I don't know if you can see the lip there. Oh, I see fluid starting to come out. Oh boy, this is going to be not good. So I'm going to close this one off here. And hopefully this will at least help a little bit with the stuff that's coming out. All right. I'm ready. Let's pull the plug here. Hope it's not as bad as it was before. Another word of safety, you should probably wear goggles. I don't know what this stuff is that's in here, but it's antifreeze green, so I'm presuming that's what it is. Oh, here it comes. I've got my thumb in here, blocking it. So the good thing is, it's not just pouring all over the place, although it did get all over the floor. So let's see here. Let's clamp this on here really good. And that will hopefully stop the bleeding here. All right. Phew, okay. And I'm glad I wore rubber gloves because, of course, the part that ripped was the thumb part, right? What I needed. But, so the problem is, I've got to run a floor piece down over that. So I probably shouldn't have taken it off here, now that I'm actually thinking this through, because, dang. Alright, back to the drawing board. I've borrowed a few corks, hoping that this will block the flow of antifreeze in these things. I hope that works. Think it'll work, Harper?
Yeah.
So let's see here if we slowly release that. Is it gonna come out? I think we're pretty good. I may need to get new corks, but I think we're okay for now. Alright, wasn't expecting to. Yeah, I know. That would not be good. And it's not perfect here. It's leaking a little bit, so I gotta work fast. I gotta take these clamps off. Because I've got to slide down the floor over top of these, and unfortunately I haven't even cut the floor yet. So that's not good, but we'll make do here. Alright, so we got the clamps off. And now we're just going to loosen this hose like we did before. And I've already got the hose clamped off so water or antifreeze won't come out. And now let's just kind of work it down and have the cork ready. Right, Harper? The good thing is I can kind of work on the side now. There we go. I had to break that seal without breaking the hose. Now we're going somewhere. All right. Got the cork ready. My thumb will probably be the first source, just like last time. Alright, so far so good. We're not seeing fluid rushing out like we did last time. Alright. Okay.
That was lucky. Uh-oh.
So
I see Here.
I still need the cork because I've got to undo this guy here. And let's hope that by doing this, I don't absolutely cause a huge mess. So, nice and slow. That's good. Now, I don't know if this is how much is supposed to be in here. Antifreeze, I may have lost a little bit. I don't know how much to replenish. I didn't lose much, but I think last time I probably lost more because I wasn't expecting it and I had to do one of those last minute what do I do things. Let's see, and then let's get this last hose clamp off down here, and the furnace can be moved. I wish I could get rid of it, but we will need it one day. It's unfortunate because it's in the worst possible spot here, right in the middle of the floor. I know Winnebago never expected people to gut it in exchange for a bunkhouse, but still, it would have been nice to have a little bit more of an option than I have now. I've gone ahead and cut a board here. This 1.5 inches and then two 1-inch holes, and the 1.5 inches will take care of this headpiece here for the electrical connection. And these are just barely 1 inch, so it's going to be a tight fit, but that's kind of what I want to see. So let's go ahead and feed these things through here. Let's start with the electrical. I actually cut a little short, so I gotta work it in there. There we go. And then let's go with the next one. You want to make sure you've got them in the right holes. Let's see. Here we go. Can you see that? Yep. And you know, this hose is, it's like a radiator hose, so it's not going to go straight, it's just going to go through. So a little harder than it needs to be, but let's save this one for last. That's the one that's leaking a little bit of fluid, but I still want to be careful with this one too. Either one of them could start leaking at any time, and I just don't want this all over everything. So let's get this guy in here too. Alright, they fit in there. So let's work these things down and get it into place. I've got to admit, I've been like stressing about this ever since I knew this floor was going to go in. Or actually, ever since I found out there was liquid in there. It's been really bothering me. But, almost done. I don't want to speak too soon. But so far, so good. Going right in there, and assuming my cuts are just right, they should go right in there. Okay, so coming to a problem here. Remember that little lip that they put on there? The lip must be a little wider than 1 inch, so yeah, so that's kind of a problem, but it's not the biggest problem in the world. I'm just going to pound on it with a hammer, and hopefully this isn't a bad idea, but it's just got to go down, that's all, just a little bit. So just trying not to break anything else, but just got to get past that and never back up again. So just got to get past that lip. There we go. All right, so it looks like it's all right. Looks like I measured it just right. Alright, so whew. So if you ever need to do the same thing, I pity you, but it's not the end of the world. It can be done. You know, there's a little hole there. I highly recommend filling that in with like steel wool or something, just to make sure mice or whatever can't get in. We're going to try to build our bed out so that this is all covered, but unfortunately, there's probably a way to hide these things, to actually move them around, but I just don't want to go there right now. I'm not ready to do anything like that. But it looks like it's coming together good. I thought this would be a lot harder than that. But now I got to put it back together, so we are talking about a much more difficult thing here. So So try not to make as big of a mess as I did when I took it apart. Let's put it back together before I have an antifreeze spill. So put it back together the same way you took it apart and everything should be good. I'm not going to film it, just watch the video in reverse and you'll be there. So this is the final resting place for the heater. I don't really have it screwed down yet or kind of hidden in its little cage, but that's where it's going to be. Just got to finalize, you know, the actual inches where it's going to be placed, but that's where she's going to be. So as you can see, we've got the flooring all done now. Please check out our other videos on the floors. We've got quite a few. There was one issue we had with our slide out. If you haven't seen that episode, that's an interesting one, especially if you're laying floors. Slides are difficult in this RV, so at least you can see what we did and the mess that we had to go through to get that floor in. Same with the rest of this thing. The floors are done, and I'm trying not to give away too much of our bedroom because that's probably one of the next few episodes that I'm going to post is this bedroom renovation that we did. We did a ton of work, as you can imagine, to be able to put 5 kids into one bedroom in an RV. So I don't want to give away too much, so that's why I'm hiding down here on the floor. But I really hope that you would tune in and check out the rest of our videos. We've got a whole bunch of content, everything from upcoming, we're going to be doing the exterior of our RV, all the work we did on the outside, to all the work on the inside, from the driver's console to building a table to a whole kitchen demolition and everything. So if you haven't seen our videos, please check them out. Just go to 10,000 Roads, look at our videos and watch them. We would love to have your support there. And as always, please like this video, please subscribe, and you'll get any updates whenever we put out any new content. So thanks for watching this far. We really appreciate your viewing and hope to see you again the next time. Thank you.